Oh, we have waited so long for this, and finally it's time to get this season underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Flying down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you just cannot draw up the start of a season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. There
we go. And the big game, they've got it on the 46.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounted for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive game for this offense.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Guys, let's chat about Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Cornelius. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Not quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt.
Nice job. A little hang time, gets it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10, but then goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch around the 50. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker. They got it. It's blocked. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to take it back.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that that are momentum changers. That could be the difference in this game. What a great individual effort knocking that thing down.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They got into the pool. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. A strike downfield. Out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's A-Track. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Unloads quickly. He snagged him, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that hit? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Fires to the big fella. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this 1st half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick,
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Defense coming out aggressive on 1st down. They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown. Helps it. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll go to the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Florida! Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to run it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to get behind the defense. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. That's one that's just inexcusable. Fair catch signal, you got to pull up. 15-yard penalty. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll go to the air. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stop the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. More defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Just a short pass to the tight end. Flying down the right side. At the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, we had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body.
Looking for the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Goes to the option. Quick toss. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are... Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Akers. Breaks into the open. Continues to fight for yards. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. They got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And with that, they've got hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And now this offense will take the field again. How about that last drive? Just park him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being out.
Gives it on the option. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's come...
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. He'll do it himself. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's complete to the left. Put the clamps on that ball and rolled into the end zone for a touchdown. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throughout all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give on the option. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the tailback. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off-play action on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get it. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. There he goes! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run front. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game, they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Pulls it and fires to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Hits him in stride at the 10. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Got him downfield. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Florida. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
As this offense tries to drain the clock, take the play clock down to a fraction of a second. Don't give the defense an inch to breathe. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Smashes ahead.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The option look. Now the pitch. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. DB's right up on the receivers. And they got to the line expeditiously. Spiked it and stopped the clock.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass goes incomplete, working to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.